Barcelona all-time 11, 2008 to 2017. Big up to everyone coming through yesterday and interacting with the channel, with myself and Fitz. You know what? It was a good one yesterday. You know, it was a lot of headache because, you know, that era for Barcelona, which was the Pep and the Luis Enrique era of footballers, man, was just, it was frightening to see how many good players that Barcelona actually had. The actual formation we went with was the 3-4-2-1 to try and fit in as many top attacking players in as possible. And we went with Marc-Andre ter Stegen as the goalkeeper. I think realistically, it was only between him and Victor Valdez. And I think in the end, ball-playing goalkeeper, which is massive for me, we actually chose ter Stegen. The back three, which I think was pretty much easy to do, I would say. You know, Carlos Puyol and then Gerard Piqué as the centre-back. And then the left side centre-back was a toss-up between Samuel Umtiti and Eric Abidal. I think Abidal would have figured more, you know, if we went with a four at the back. But I think Umtiti did play more centre-back and he got the nod over Abidal. But again, Umtiti was very underrated for me. And so was Eric Abidal, really, when you think about it. The midfield is where it got interesting. Now, the midfield was the hardest bit because to think that we left out the likes of Thiago Alcantara, Cesc Fabregas, and even Xavi Hernandez, which might be a bit of a surprise. We actually went with a two of Yaya Toure and Sergio Busquets, you know. And as I said, the amount of quality that Barcelona had in that area of the pitch, to think that we're leaving out the players that we did, we actually settled on Xavi, on Busquets and Yaya Toure in there, which meant that the number 10 positions was difficult. So what we actually did was the wingers, we actually went with Messi out on the right, you know, because obviously Messi was going to figure in the team, just where he's going to play in the 10. But to try and fit in as many players, attacking players as possible, we actually went with Messi from the right and David Villa from the left. You know, Messi obviously speaks for himself. David Villa is one of my favourite players. And although David Villa was a striker, he played a lot of his career for Barca out on the left-hand side, which meant that the two 10s was Andres Iniesta and Neymar. Now, to think that you've got a front, you've got a front six here of Messi, David Villa, Busquets, Yaya Toure, Iniesta and Neymar is frightening, man. Like, and a lot of them all play together as well. So, yeah, it's crazy. Obviously, Messi, Neymar, Iniesta all played together. Then obviously Messi played with Iniesta and David Villa. And I think Yaya Toure would have been with Busquets. No, Busquets was... I think Toure actually played centre-back when Busquets was playing DM. But obviously he did play with the likes of Iniesta and I believe Messi as well, I think, yeah. So, yeah, I mean, they're stacked with quality. And obviously the striker was a toss-up between Samuel Eto'o, Luis Suarez and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. In the end, you know, I think if we're looking at the time at Barcelona of Ibra's a GOAT for me, one of the best strikers of all time. But his time at Barca wasn't the level of what Eto'o and Luis Suarez produced. You know, I think Luis Suarez was fundamental for Barcelona, the MSN trio, you know, why they dominated. But we actually settled on Samuel Eto'o, you know, and again, the Samuel Eto'o one, was it because he wanted to add like another brother into the lineup? It could have been that. But I was happy to put in Luis Suarez because I think he was very good. He's underrated for me in part of that MSN trio. But yeah, I think Samuel Eto'o's time, you know, where Barca were massively successful as well, you know, he just got the nod, you know. But as I said, I was happy to put in either striker. But yeah, the team, guys, was ter Stegen, Puyol, Piqué, Umtiti, Busquets, Toure, Messi, David Villa, Iniesta, Neymar, and Samuel Eto'o. And I think so far from what we've done from the all-time 11s, that's the strongest team by far. I think that team smokes any team that we've done, you know, such as the quality that those players possess, you know. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you smash the comments. Make sure you smash the like button as well. And guys, if you're new, make sure you sub. And let me know what team you'd like to see us discuss next. I think we are going to be doing Real Madrid. And then we're going to go back to doing the Barca 96 to 2008. And then obviously I think Real Madrid have a similar era of players as well. So yeah, Obviously, we are in La Liga now. We've done the Premier League teams. So if you guys haven't checked that out, make sure you go and check that. And yeah, as I said, make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Smash the like button, sub to the channel. And yeah, I'll catch you guys for the next one.